What up, y'all? It's DJ Skip. I'm out here at Voodoo Vinyl. We're gonna go through some records, see what we could find. Maybe talk about a couple records that I sampled on my album, and maybe just pick out some various ones to play around with and just create a beat from scratch. But we're here at Voodoo Vinyl, 721 West Lancaster Boulevard. So come check them out, and we're about to go in and do our thing. Let's go. So let's see what we can find. I think this area is kind of like soul, R&B. James Brown, one of my favorite artists of all time, but it looks like he sold out, obviously. Like I said, I'm kind of looking for, Marvin Gaye, sold out too. One of my favorites as well. Damn, so you know what? It's good to know that my city knows all the good artists, because they're all sold out. How do we feel about Prince? I mean, I don't know why, but I always put Prince, Michael Jackson, and Rick James in the same category. I don't know why. But me personally, I go with Rick James, man. Especially after that Dave Chappelle skit, Rick James. Let's see what else we can find. Looks like we found some hip hop right here. Obviously Run DMC, one of my favorite groups of all time. The only one I personally put in front of them as far as hip hop groups, NWA. But I love Run DMC, everything they did. I mean, I was in high school rocking Adidas with no shoelaces on because of them, so. This right here, man, let me talk about this. Big Sean's Detroit mixtape is better than any album he's ever put out. Like this mixtape, you could play from front to back, no skips. And it's weird because usually mixtapes don't outweigh an album, but this one right here, one of my favorites of all time, man. It's just such a good album. So if you get a chance, check it out. Big Sean, Detroit. I actually came out with the EDM album this year, Bipolar, so make sure you check it out. Apple Music, Spotify. I still love EDM and house music. The reason that EDM appealed to me so much is because in that genre, the DJ is the artist. Not really in any other genres is it like that. You can get away with it, like you see, A-Track, well no, that's EDM. Khaled kind of does that, but in EDM, like they go for the DJ. That's what they're there for at the festivals. So that's what really appealed to me, and that's why I got into that genre, you know, because I wanted to be an artist as well. So. If someone were to ask me, what is the greatest song of all time? And you're probably gonna think I'm gonna pick a hip hop song. Bohemian Rhapsody. The greatest song of all time. Just the way it was composed, the lyrics, everything. Greatest song of all time right there. Is it weird that I love the smell of vinyl, like old records? I'm huge into lowriding, and funk is like the playlist that you play in your lowrider. It just, I don't make the rules, man. Lakeside, one of my favorite artists of all time. This is a good one right here. I might grab that one too. Look at this guy. I have no idea what he's talking about, but it looks cool. So no, definitely, I look at covers, and even with my my music, if the album cover doesn't really pull you, then you did something wrong, bro. What I'm looking for is, there was a guy right here, and there was a Superfly soundtrack, and it was right there, and I wanted it, but he took it. And that album, Curtis Mayfield, like if you, I was watching an interview with Quick, DJ Quick, and he's my favorite artist of all time. Quick is my favorite producer of all time. Don't get me wrong, I love Dr. Dre, I love Alchemist, but DJ Quick, man, I've been listening to him since I was a kid. But he said his favorite of all time was Curtis Mayfield. And if you go back and listen to that album, I mean, you hear songs on there like Freddy's Dead. That's one of my favorites of all time. They use that in the movie Friday. It's one of my favorite movies too, but yeah, Curtis Mayfield. So unfortunately, he took it, but it's all good, man. At least he knows good music too. But if you haven't listened to it, Superfly. Yeah, we were just talking about me and Nomadic, Sinatra, Logic, you know, back when he came out, he was repping Rat Pack, and that was like his whole identity. And I'm still a fan, don't get me wrong, I love Logic, but I think The Incredible True Story, that's like his best album to date. And then after that, he kind of just, but don't, you know, Logic, don't sue me or anything like that, man. I still love your new music, but we were also talking about Dat Piff. Do you guys remember Dat Piff? I would say that was like early 2010, 2012. The whole mixtape era was crazy, man. Mac Miller, Wiz, Christian Orange Juice. That was such an era, man. So even on this album, I sampled Mac Miller's Kool-Aid and Frozen Pizza. And that's off of his Kids mixtape. So that was the whole point of this project, is to take some of my favorite verses of all time and put them on my beats. So you're gonna hear Mac Miller, Nas, J. Cole, Ice Cube, Common, and then some new artists like Larry June. They're on the album, and they're rapping on my beats, and I think that's pretty dope. So that's why we're here at the record shop, just to show you, man, like jazz, boom bap. I love all that. There's nothing better than just being able to sample and just create something from scratch. That's what I did with this album, 17 tracks. And it's very jazz influenced. We're also doing a contest. So whoever can name every single sample used in the album, I'll give you $100. And I'll make it a little, not easy, but it's 47 samples in total, 47. And it might take a day, it might take a month, maybe it'll never happen, but that offer will always be out there. $100 to whoever can name me every single sample in the album. Yeah, hey, and that's what I'm saying. So you can use whatever you want. If you want to Shazam, you want to Google, whatever, there's no restrictions, because I guarantee some of those you're gonna have a hard time with. Shazam ain't gonna help you. So yeah, 47, try it out.